Okay, this retrieve is for the fish that like to chase. Yellowtail, we get a ton of yellowtail on these lures. Dorado, white sea bass, barracuda, bonita, stuff more active, more topwater type fish that like to chase. So this is my typical rod that I use for yellowtail and the bigger fish. It's a SR12 accurate reel, one of the hookup baits, custom built rods. You can order these rods off our website. And I'm fishing right now just a 5/8 jig. 5/8 jig. We've gotten plenty of yellowtail on, Dorado on. We just got a 50-pound white sea bass last week on the 5/8 jig. So, and then also the 100-pound tarpon I've caught on the 5/8 jig. So 5/8 jig is a 4-inch lure. Almost every bait fish out here is 4 inches. It just works great. And the amount of how fast it sinks and everything is the same. If you're fishing, usually I fish at 5/8 up to 100 feet of water, 125 feet. Once I start getting over 125 feet, now I want to reach the bottom, that's when I go to the 1 ounce or 1.5 5-inch baits. But for most yellowtail and Dorado fishing and patty fishing, you know, you really only need to go 100 feet or less. So I'll cast it out, you know, and give it, you don't really necessarily need to watch your line to hit the bottom. Just give it a good 30 seconds, 50 seconds to get it down about 30 feet or so. Lures are gonna sink about a foot a second. So on the initial cast, I'll have the bell open, letting it fall 30, 50 seconds. And then what you're gonna do, instead of like the bass where you start and stop, these fish like to eat on the chase more than on the fall like bass do. So what I'll do, I'm just gonna do about medium fast reel and this kind of action right here. This is why we use spinning reels. Very natural. I'll come about halfway, and it matters how fast the drift is or whatever. If I'll just let it fall without opening the bell, or open the bell and give it another 20, 30 count. So you're going down about 50 feet, you're working it up to about 20 feet, then you let it fall back down to 30, 50 feet or more. It just depends on how the count and the drift, obviously. Then you're working back up. So you're going to work half the water column, back down, then the full water column back to the boat. So let it fall again. This is the retreat right here. I usually only do about halfway in on the cast, let it fall, then all the way back to the boat again. And swing it back out there. And you notice all my reels are filled to the brim with braid line, so you can get the most distance out of each cast. You want to try to get a lot of distance, so you're working more water on every cast. So you're working the water out from the boat to the boat, and then down and all the way up the water column also. So again, here's the retrieve. That's a reel and jerk at the same time. And this is about the speed of the reel right here. So I'd call it about a medium fast retrieve. And you got to put that, and then also, but that jerk makes that bait dart left and right. Every time you jerk it, it's going to dart left, dart right at that point. And then also, while swimming, so it's just a action that yellowtail just can't stand. So, hope this helps.